Outed by Windows again. Windows will not keep my secrets. Hello. Dun 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 dun. All right. Let me see if I can. Oop. Is that working? Ah, there I am. The game's not working. Let me fix that. Yeah, okay. And then I just gotta fix the transform, which is very easy. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah. Gotta line it up. Okay. Back up here. Okay. Okay. There we go. The last time we played Pokemon Coliseum, we ran into a bit of an issue. In that all of our Pokemon, at least most of our Pokemon, are level 50 to 53. And the enemy big boss is level 60. So we've got to find a way to close that gap. And the best way I can think of doing that is mount battle. So we're here again. We're getting closer and closer to like our actual level. Yeah, like these guys are finally in the 40s. So if we can keep pushing forward and make progress on climbing up the mountain, we will eventually get to a point where these battles are giving us pretty good experience. Chinchou. Chinchou's a water type. Honestly, the XP we're getting right now isn't too bad. We're just too far behind Escade. So this is our life for the next few hours, just repeating these battles. It's a good format for like a talk show. Just doing something mindless while you focus on something else. Telling a story so that you don't get tired and burnt out. I'll give an example. Today's Thursday, August 28th. I had game design class today. And our opening unit is all about complexity and target audience and things like that. So our old, I'm getting distracted. My mind is wandering too much and I can't think about what I'm trying to say. Our first few days of the class, because we started in August, right? So we haven't been there very long. But we dealt with like pretty basic games, literal children's games. We've been going by bands of age rating, so we started with like 3 and up. So the first games we played in this game design class were things like Candyland and Chutes and Ladders. Not the most gripping, thrilling content. But when you break it down, you start like dissecting the elements of game design, it can be pretty interesting. And then we went on to 8+ games. And then this week we're touching on 14+ games. And we're dissecting how the different complexities, the skill sets required, and even the content of a game can affect its age rating and why target audience is so important like that. These 14+ games were a huge jump in complexity. But it was pretty universally agreed that didn't necessarily mean that they were more fun. In fact, some of the reviews we got for the games that we play tested in class were not very good. They were scathing. Some of the games were touted as being too complex or not as fun as another game that they were comparing it to. It was pretty funny. We played my small group. We got hands-on with a game called Pandemic. And one thing we noticed is that it's not necessarily more fun than another game, than any other game, but it is significantly more difficult than some of the games that one would be tempted to compare it to. We were doing very well the entirety of the game, and it gets to a point where even a small mistake can spiral and snowball, and that's just not a very satisfying lose condition. Oh well, you fucked up 3 turns ago, so now you're dead. We got real close to the end. We were, 90% of the way through the game, and then one round of the game just snowballed and took away all the progress that we'd made, and we lost in 2 turns back to back, just bum. There's a little meter that you track your lose condition. If it gets to the end, you're done. Well, we went from 1 on a scale of 10 to 10 in basically 2 turns. Crazy. And so it left an unsatisfying feeling You know, you spend all that time playing a game, and then you feel like you're doing well, you feel like you're getting close to the end, and then just ripped away. It was minorly frustrating. And given that it's a time-limited class with other things that we have to do, we didn't have time to try anything else, which kind of sucked. Kind of sucked real hard. I was not pleased. But it was my only in-person class today, so I just buckled down and got through it, and honestly feeling better. I got unlucky with scheduling this year. 2 of the classes that I wanted to take had conflicts. Yeah, that's the word. There were conflicting schedules for some of the classes I wanted. So I ended up having to take a math class online, because it was only, well, it had other teachers that were teaching it in person during times when I have other classes, which kind of sucked. And the professor I wanted to have it from had one online section and one in-person section. And the in-person section was not at the time that I needed, so I had to take it online if I wanted that professor. And she's a fantastic professor, so I bit the bullet and I took the online class. Star you. All right. I think I'm gonna do this because I don't expect Staryu to die to Surf without the Fire Blast. Oh, but Fire Blast got him in 1. Nice. Ooh, good. Fantastic. I don't know if any of you out there are reading any interesting books lately. Reading any page turn? No. I've been reading the unfinished tales of Numenor, Middle Earth. I'm in the I'm still early in it because it is kind of, it's dense, it's chunky. A lot of I've heard it said that The Hobbit reads a lot easier than Lord of the Rings, the main trilogy, does, and I think I would... It's one book, let's be honest. The Lord of the Rings should not have been published as 3 individual volumes, but... I digress. The Lord of the Rings is a bit slower, a bit more chunky than The Hobbit is. The Hobbit has a tendency to be more approachable. You know, it has a younger target audience. And then the Silmarillion is like a fucking history textbook. Well, the unfinished tales are probably somewhere between Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion. They have periods where, yeah, it's a novel like anyone else's. It's got characters and dialogue, and there's a gripping story. But sometimes it really does fall into that Silmarillion-esque moments. Like right now I'm dealing with the journey of Turin, son of Tuor. Yeah. Tuor, son of Tuor, I want to say, who was... God. The family trees are hard to keep up with. But Turin is, like, chosen to be a messenger of the Valar Ulmo, Lord of the Waters. And there's this scene where it's like... Spoilers for the unfinished tales of Middle-earth, I guess. There's a scene where Ulmo appears before him, and he has, like, a religious experience, and the voice of 1,000 waters echoes, and it's like Tolkien was trying to write the Bible. It's crazy. The sudden tonal shift got me rereading that page, and I was just... I'm still kind of confused on what's going on with Turin, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really... It's not a fun book. For lack of a better way to put it, it's not a fun book. I'm trying to read it purely out of love for Tolkien and for Middle-earth. And I couldn't do it with the Silmarillion. I could not read through the Silmarillion entirely by myself because it was just too much. What I ended up doing was reading along with the audiobook narrated by Andy Serkis. And his voice performance is immaculate. Andy Serkis is one of the main reasons I want to be a voice actor. I know he does a lot more performance capture, but it's very similar. His ability to transform into these characters is amazing. And he speaks for the Valar, and he gives them each a different voice, and he embodies them in a way that makes them feel powerful and present. So I was hooked. And having the reference text, like pulling up the Silmarillion while he was talking, really helped me out. I felt like I was able to look at it and understand, what he was trying to say. Excuse me. And then if I ever got confused, I could pull up, like, the appendices, the family trees and stuff, and look and be like, oh, so that's who that is. And right now I've actually got the History of Middle-earth box set. It's a 12-volume box set split into 4 boxes. And I managed to get box 1 and box 2. It does contain the Silmarillion, which is funny because I already bought the Silmarillion standalone, the Tolkien Illustrated Edition specifically. And oh my god, are we gonna lose? No. I was like, damn, is Entei gonna die? First Pokemon death to mount battle? Anyway, I digress. I already own the Silmarillion, so now I technically have 3 copies. But the volumes contain, like, the Lost Tales 1 and 2 and the Lays of Beleriand and some of these collated edited works that Christopher published after his father's death. Damn. All right. My goal with Tolkien is to eventually have a copy of every major work. I don't know if I'll go as far as, like, Leaf by Niggle or Farmer Giles, but all the Middle-earth works I'm definitely after. I just want to know everything about Middle-earth. It's... In hindsight, I realize that I've always had a passion for world building. My love for Middle-earth and my fascination with Game of Thrones and these fantasy epics that have large, complicated worlds and deep lore and rich histories. And my fascination with real-world human history is also, you know, something I've considered. It took me until I was like 18 to really sit down and do like a major world building project and realize that was what I was most interested in. But it makes sense in hindsight. I'm gonna try and get Entei and Suicune to 55. That's the current goal. 55 for these two. The main thing that keeps me from engaging with Game of Thrones specifically, because I brought it up earlier, is the fact that it's not fucking finished. I waited. I didn't want to get into Wheel of Time because it was so long, but I'm probably going, you know, now that it's finished and whatever, I'm probably going to get into that. And I had a bad experience with an author through no fault of his own, where a book series I really liked was set up to be this long, excuse me, like 6 or 7 book epic. And it was young adult stuff. It was not Tolkien, right? It was high fantasy, children's adventure story, whatever. It was a little, I wouldn't call it children's, I guess, explicitly, but it was, you know, like, they're big books. You wouldn't give them to a middle schooler, but they're not super heavy and serious, and like, they're not Game of Thrones, right? Not Lord of the Rings, not some literary epic. It's just, it's young adult fantasy. Well, anyway, the author had a stroke and struggled to regain the ability to type. In fact, it sounds like he never fully recovered to the way he was before, which is often the case when someone suffers a stroke. But because it became so difficult for him to finish the book he was currently writing, the remainder of the series had to be wrapped up in one additional book, and it took years. It cut his writing pace by 50% or more. And so I waited a long time for an ending that felt disappointing. Could he have hired another writer to assist him? Potentially. It was not a super commercially successful book, so I can understand not wanting a chunk of the profits to go to someone else. But the ending left me a little disappointed, and that resulted in concerns over starting unfinished book series, you know? But now I try not to get too hyped or get my hopes up or anything along the lines of unfinished media narratives. it's one thing if someone like starts a second one in a like a shared universe. If you did, say, you did a trilogy of books, and that was its own isolated story, and then you wrote a second trilogy that either, you know, followed up or was in the same world, however tangential or directly they were related. As long as there's that core narrative that's already finished, I'm willing to engage with that. But if you tell me you're going to have a 6-book series and that's your main narrative and you're only got book 3 or 4 out, I'm waiting. I'm not going to buy anything. I might look up some reviews. I might keep it on my radar, but I'm not going to buy an unfinished book series ever again. My heart has been burnt. Okay. We're almost done with this zone. That flew by real quickly. When you stop giving a fuck. When you stop caring about what's going on around you. And instead you focus on telling a story. These battles feel like they go a lot faster. Okay. Ooh. We are... Oh, man. We're in a rough spot with these type matchups. Azumarill does not give a fuck about Surf. Wigglytuff is just kind of chunky. Oh, and they're both defense curling. Yeah, that's going to make this hard. Alright, let's try another Fire Blast. Okay. So it does not seem like Fire Blast can hit Wigglytuff, which is a weird situation to be in. Yeah, rollout's gonna hurt. Oh man, their kits are almost identical. Weird. Alright, so Fire Blast will not hit Wigglytuff. Try Flamethrower. Yeah, alright. Got him. Ha! Got him! Ariados. Okay. Bug type, easy. I'm not worried. I ain't afraid of no bugs. Roll out again. Yeah, that's gonna get stronger every time. I gotta get rid of Azumarill. If I can. I don't know if Fire Blast and Surf are both very ineffective. Azumarill might take out Entei with the next rollout. Here it comes. Oh, he survived, but he does not get another one of those. Nightshade. That poison? I don't even know what that did. This combo should take out Azumarill for sure. There's no way Surf doesn't. All right. 3 down, 2 to go? 2 or 3? Look at the boy. He's so big and chunky. I mean, he's bigger than Entei. I do wish he was slightly larger. I feel like if you pull out a blue whale at the local pet fight rink, he shouldn't be faintly larger than someone's wolf dog. He should be massive. Alright, there goes Entei. That's our first fainted Pokemon to mount battle. First one. Wobbuffet used Mirror Coat. Oh, fuck. I don't... Oh, it set their HP equal. I see. Okay. Let's hope Thunder takes out Wailord. Wailmer? Wailmer. Fume. Get thundered, idiot. You been thunderstruck. I don't remember the song. Don't want to embarrass myself too much. Alright. Another zone down. Dun, dun. Get your Poke coupons in the break room. Oh, it looks like the next one's in a cave. Here are your coupons. Take this time to save the game. Oh no, we're back outside. We're not actually in a cave, we're just back outside of the volcanic caldera. Who are we fighting? Okay. Alright. There's 10 of these areas and we're on area 7. As they get closer and closer to our level, we should get better experience. It does take a while to level up enough, honestly. I don't know if we'll even get it tonight, you know? We'll probably do this for like an hour or so. So like 15-20 more minutes, and then we'll swap over to something else. I have to make progress on getting these Pokemon to higher levels, or we're never going to be able to beat Pokemon Coliseum. And I don't want to just like grind through it off of stream, because that feels cheap. Like everything I've done in this game so far has been on stream. If I were to suddenly just go, oh, you know, we need a training montage, but there'll be no record of it. Keeps me honest. You know? Because what if I just don't do it? And then we never finish the game, right? I need to do it on stream so that I'm held accountable. Ooh, missed the stun spore. That's gotta hurt. If I recall correctly, and it's been a long time since I finished Mount Battle, at the top of the mountain there's like a secret. No spoilers. No. There's like a special thing if you make it all the way. And honestly, doing that might help us more than anything else. Getting the special secret at the top of Mount Battle might be what we need to beat the final boss. I've been to the mountaintop and I have trained with the hidden sage. There's just no answer for it other than mindlessly Pokemon battling over and over. It's the only way to level up. You gotta do it. I do like this team though, Solrock and Lunatone. It's very thematic. Very thematic. Boom, 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 boom. And see, having music in the battle makes me less stressed out. When we fought Escade and the battle music just turned off, that freaked me the fuck out. I was tripping. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I don't have class on Fridays, which is always nice. And I do have Dungeons and Dragons on Fridays, which is a lot of fun. Getting ready for another round of D&D campaigns. And I can talk all my shit because none of the players are here. Hear my secrets. No. It hasn't even started yet. We're still in the process of getting them to build their characters and fleshing out backstories and stuff like that, introducing them to the world. They are they're one of my longest running campaigns. They started in 2018. They went 1 to 20. We took a few months off, and then they did another one back in like 2020, 2021. And they went 1 to 20 again. And now we're getting started on a third campaign. One player, does have a scheduling conflicts these days and has had to take a small hiatus. But we've been doing this for 7 years. If your Friday night schedule is the same every day for 10 years, that's already an outlier. That's a choice that people have to make. And sometimes the choice isn't always yours to make. Sometimes there are other things that get in the way. But the fact that we've got 5 of the 6 same players going for a third campaign here 7 years later, it's something magical there, man. You learn a lot about people, and I'm trying to encourage the players to hang out together outside of D&D more. So we're scheduled for sessions every Friday, and then every 4th Friday is going to be just a hangout night rather than a D&D night. Foster some of those friendships, because they know a lot about each other. I consider them good friends and whatever. It would be hard not to be after 7 years. But a lot of times the only interaction they have with each other is through those weekly D&D sessions. And when you're friends with people and you don't catch up with them very often, you know, you want to hear about things, you want to chit chat, you want to blah, 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 and that kind of eats into the D&D session. And so sometimes I'm like, shut up and play. No. Sometimes I get a little frustrated by cross chatter, and it's a natural inclination for friends to want to interact with each other. But if I make time for that and I give them time to do that and I facilitate that, it won't quite be as prevalent during the sessions. And hopefully the sessions will flow a little bit better. Alright. Entei has hit level 55. Let's go. Let's go. That is one piece of that was not the goal. That is one piece of what we were doing here. Alright. So let's take the EXP share from Entei. Which Entei with Umbreon. Which Suicune with Espeon. Give Suicune the XP share. And now, hopefully, Suicune will level up passively while we fight with Umbreon and Espeon. Not having Surf is going to make things a little different, but we're getting to a point where the enemy Pokemon are high enough level that, like, Surf isn't one-shotting anymore, so does it really matter if we have Surf or not? So let's start with Psybeam and Bite. For some reason, I want to assume Ninjask is a Dark type. I don't know that for sure, but I want to get a baseline with Psybeam on Dodrio. Yeah. Okay. So Bite should be able to just push Dodrio. Alright. And then Psychic will probably sweep Ninjask. Each life. You fast little bug. That's not too much, though. Yeah. Ninjask is not Dark type. Interesting. Fury attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting to a point where we just don't have that one-shot potential anymore. Oh, Suicune leveled up. Hell yeah. That same one-shot potential that we had earlier is just kind of gone. We would need type matchups to pull it off at this point. Like, if we wanted to one-shot Jumpluff, we would need that fire type. Okay, electricity, strange. Yeah, but the two of them together, they've got it in one. And that's enough. It would have been better if Umbreon had gone first and managed to prevent the enemy move, but can't win them all. Because I think both of these, yeah, Umbreon's kind of slow. You might need to look into a way to boost his speed. Cause he doesn't quite hit as hard as Espeon. So if he's slow, you know, what is he's just a chunky defense boy at that point? Maybe? Hard to tell. We are above the clouds. That's the clouds down there. We're coming up on the 1 hour mark, so we will finish this zone, and then I'll probably pull up a different game. Bow, bow, bow. These are both dark types. I assume Psybeam will just take Mischievous. No, Mischievous is not a dark type, she's a ghost type. But I can set up confusion on both of them, that's fine. Murkrow is definitely a dark type. I still don't know what Nightshade does. It seems to do a little bit of damage. Is that it? Like, is that the only thing? Alright. Psybeam on the Murkrow, hoping that it kills. Bite. Oh, it's immune to Psychic. Is it not Dark type? Do I not know my type matchups? No, that is established. Murkrow is Dark Flying. Okay. Is Dark type. Super effective. Dark type is super effective against Psychic. Psychic is immune. Dark type is immune to Psychic. I had it backward. That's the problem. It's weak to fighting. Okay. Okay, so Dark beats Psychic, Psychic beats Fighting, Fighting beats Dark. Okay, it's a little triangle. Gotta learn my differences. We can still get some damage on these ghosts, though. Okay. The moment he tries to Nightshade Espeon, Espeon is fucked. Yeah. Feint Attack doesn't do much damage in the first place, so we just gotta hold out and hope. All right, I think we have Murkrow under control next turn. Ooh, Murkrow almost took care of it for us. That's fantastic. Sableye might be Dark type. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know its type. I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Okay. Umbreon flinched. That sucks. That sucks bad. Okay. I can do this, though. I can do Return. It's a normal type move. Get fucked. One down, one to go. Umbreon's almost level 54. Espeon's almost level 53. Sableye's creepy. kind of love it. I love that freaky little guy. Return didn't do anything? Okay. Sableye flinched. Fantastic. I mean, if return doesn't do anything to Sableye, it's not gonna... There we go. We win. 53. Not quite 50. All right. That one was a rough type matchup for us. Took a little bit longer. We should be close to the end here, though. Is Girafarig a dark type? I mean, its ass makes it look like it's a dark type. It is normal psychic. Okay. Well, I know what to do then. Show me bite. Oh, you fucking giraffe. One health. Genuinely one health. Okay. Espeon Psybeam should take care of Azumarill, and then we do that, and that should take two of them off the board. This one's not as bad. Roselia, okay. Don't really have a fire type. Just trying to get these XPs spread out. If I keep just fighting with Entei, Entei is gonna be the only one. Hey, her team's a little all over the place. Normal psychic, water, grass. We're down to just Blossom, final Pokemon. Yeah, this one was easy, comparatively. The last fight was a little hard. This one's not bad. Wow, Blossom's kind of chunky. Kind of hard to kill. That's weird. Magical Leaf. That's illegal. Getting caught with just an ounce of Magical Leaf in this state will get you sent to prison. Alright. That should be enough. Surely that's enough. There we go. This is what? Battle 66 or 67? Got a few more to go in this zone. I can feel myself getting burnt out. The Pokemon Coliseum. 67, 8, and 9. Maybe 70? I don't know. We got a few left. Okay, Swellow. Is Sneasel a dark type? I want to say dark ice for Sneasel. We had our own Sneasel. I don't know. What am I? Why can't I remember? Pokemon types just do not. Oh, Umbreon leveled up. Nice. Pokemon types just not in my brain very well. Ooh. Ooh, you threw out a psychic type right in the line of fire for Umbreon's bite. That's perfect. Wow. I could not have asked for that to be better. I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna Google Sneasel. What kind of type is this Pokemon? Dark Ice. Okay. So we're going to use Psychic to kill Girafarig. And throw a bite into whatever comes to that point. It's not very effective, but I don't need it to be. What I mean? He's already dead. Oh my wa. Hold on. Oh my wa. Mo shinderu. Nani? I need to get on the anime. I'm having a slow anime season. I'm like 300 episodes behind on One Piece. I'm watching some interesting anime this year though. Shield Hero Season 4 is out and running. It's not done, but it's running. Water Magician. I mean, Water Magician is fairly standard. Like, there's nothing super unique about the premise. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. What else? Kaiju number 8, season 2. Very good. The animation on that show is just beautiful. Very well done. Dandadan season 2. Dandadan's a little bit sillier than I normally go for in anime. It's a little bit eclectic and a little bit all over the place. But the premise got me with like yokai supernatural stuff. The supernatural and the occult are things I find kind of interesting, and Japanese occultism is not super present in a lot of media outside of Japan, so it's been interesting to see that kind of like yokai spirit aspect going on. Okay. We got 3 more battles, and then we're done. Glasses Man. Gillum. Ooh, Gillum. That was stupid, I'm sorry. Sharpedo. Hammerupt. They both have Earthquake. I'm gonna call it right now. They both have Earthquake. I don't want to get Earthquaked. Okay. Sharpedo must be Dark type. I did not know that. Water Dark. That's crazy. Taunt. Camera. Damn, neither of you have Earthquake? Did I get bamboozled? Pew. Yeah, that hits harder. Maybe we can get the camel off the board. Alright. Now, if he sends out like a Graveler. Suicune leveled up. Okay. Chimecho. Chimecho's psychic, right? Not me Googling another Pokemon because I can't remember Pokemon type. Chimecho is psychic. Would you look at that? Boom. Die, Sharpedo. I wasn't expecting Return to hit that hard. I'm a little surprised. Medicham. Okay. Both of these are psychic, right? Medicham might be like straight fighting, but for some reason I want to say fighting psychic. Safeguard. Bow covered by a veil. I don't know what the fuck that means. Let's do this. Hit Chimecho and just get rid of him. The synthesizer goes crazy. This music is... There was no need for this music to be this good. Right? Like... That little bass line. God. Whoever composed the music for this game just knocked it out of the park. It's so atmospheric, man. Ho, ho. Is that all you have to say? Oh. Jeez. Alright. I'm getting close to crashing out. I can feel it. In my veins. I can feel it in my veins. Pokemon Conquest. No. I don't want to play another Pokemon game after this. What we can do is we can check out the new No Man's Sky update, actually. No Man's Sky Voyager. Fight. Granbull might be dark type. I'm gonna risk it. He's not. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. We won the speed. We got one off the board. Doesn't get a turn. Mantine. Okay. Sandstorm. Fuck. I feel like that might also lower accuracy. Let's hit Pupitar. Pupitar might be dark type. No. He looks like he could make a dark type, you know? He's got the harsh lines and the gray color palette. Well, that doesn't get rid of the sandstorm, but it does prevent him from doing another one. Water types, really? Okay. Ooh, speed. Why does Mantine look like he has a mustache? Does that Manta Ray have a mustache? And where'd he get his little armpit fish from? Alright. Mantine might be the easier target. I'm not entirely sure. Celio's a higher level, but I don't know what their stats look like. Celio might be chunky. What does that do? Oh, confused. I was like, I didn't do anything. Oh, damn. Ice ball. Okay. Sandstorm. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No. Do 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 do. Oh, play Darude. No. It's not funny. It's not funny. Let's just all in on Mantine. If he dies, if Espeon, yeah, hits, then the bite still goes to Celio. But I didn't want to bank on confusion not proccing. Okay. That synth. That synth is crazy. Ouch. I need some water. Thirsty. I have a stack of water bottles in my room though, so let me set this up and then I'll grab that. It pays to be prepared. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get the levels needed to beat SK. That's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time. This is the last battle of the zone though. And then we'll take a break because we've been going for about an hour. About an hour. And then we will come back with a different game. Okay. Machoke. Fighting type, so we hit him with Psybeam. That's an easy one. And he just gets erased. Look at that WWE wrestler. Get out of here. You ain't ready for this one, brother. Maw is dark type. In a rough spot. Because Psybeam won't do much. Or anything in that matter. But we might be able to get Quagsire. I don't know if Bite will hit heavy enough. Yeah, that sucks. Crunch. Oh, that's a rip. Oh, no. That didn't hit too hard. Quagsire flinched. Hell yeah. The more moves that the more moves that your enemy makes, the more they can hurt you. Take away their ability to play the game. Dust Clops. Is that ghost or dark? If that's dark, I'm... He is... Where's your type? Where's your type? He's a ghost type. So we can at least do damage. It's not great damage, but we can do damage. If he hits a ghost type move against Espeon, though, that's going to be rough. Crunch again. That might kill Espeon. Yep. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That is our second feint so far. Or maybe I missed one when I wasn't paying attention. But that feels like the second one. Shadow Punch. Bro, what did Plusle just got here? What did he do to deserve that? Oh, Plusle missed Thunder. Who would have guessed? I fired and I missed. Altaria. Okay. Oh, is that our first level 50? Wow. We're actually catching way up. Altaria's blue. Does that mean it's water type? No. It's just very blue and built like a swan. It has nothing to do with water. Why would you think that? Dragon Dance. Okay. Well, let's finish this off. Let's hit one Thunder, please, Plusle. No. Damn. Dragon Breath. Is that a dragon type bird? Altaria is a dragon type? That's weird. Dragon Dance and Dragon Breath. Come on. Plusle. Thunder. Please. Okay. You don't have to do it right now, buddy. It's okay. They are just slowly killing you. They've broken your spine. You're paralyzed. You don't have to use Thunder. I'm disappointed in Plusle. Mm-hmm. Oh, get out. Have you considered working for us? Right. That's where we're gonna end Mount Battle today. I cannot do more than that. We're gonna stop. Go look at rewards. Yeah. What can we get at the rewards counter? We have 3,800. We can get TM29 or TM32. That's it. Let's get TM32. No, I don't have enough Poke coupons to get anything else. Where's our TMs? Toxic. Hidden Power, Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Light Screen, Act, Rain Dance, Safeguard, Thunder, Return, Double Team, Reflect, Fire Blast, Torment. None of these Pokemon can learn Steel Wing. I like Steel Wing. Okay, we're gonna save the game. Then we're gonna exit. thought I could exit the main menu. I cannot. I'm gonna leave this running while I go take a break, because I love this music. Actually. Let me make sure I actually have what is it? No Man's Sky. Let me make sure I have that installed before I walk away. I was looking at. It is installed, so we will be back in a few minutes with No Man's Sky. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum dum dum. All right, let me get No Man's Sky set up. Actually, let me make sure I saved Pokemon Conquest Coliseum. Make sure I. Okay. Let's save. End capture. I don't think I've streamed No Man's Sky before. Let me edit stream info. Bon voyage. Yeah. Voyage. I don't know how to like. Voyage. I don't know how to change. Oh, there we go. I'm on a YouTube live. How do I? Figure out how to change. Not paying attention. Voyage. Enough. And then. Set up the capture. Yep. Transform. No. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't played this game in almost a year. Oh god. I was under the impression that there would be a new community expedition for Voyager. Is Voyager even out yet? That's. I should have checked that. Right? I mean, if it's not, I guess we're getting ready for it. Normal. This is very atmospheric. Very 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 Begin. God, it's so fucking loud.
Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online.
Please. Please let me adjust the volume.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
Okay. General? You're telling me that was 20%? What the hell would 100% be?
Toxic protection falling.
Okay. I don't remember how to change the view angle, and I don't love this third-person stuff. These are plants? Where are the rocks? I need rocks. That's cobalt. Ugh. Vortex cube. Okay. I don't know what any of this is. I played this game for like 2 hours a year ago. Please tell me these are rocks. Okay. Repair.
Component repaired.
Collect sodium. See, that would be good if I saw it. Expecting me to see things is not a great idea. Okay. Recharge hazard protection.
Technology recharge.
Grab some more sodium in case we need it later.
Starship signal detected.
Reach the marked signal. There. Okay. Gotta tell me where I'm going. I would be lost already. If I was in a real survival situation,
Toxic protection falling.
10 times already I'd be lost. Did they have to make it so far away? I mean, I get that this is the tutorial, right? But like, damn. How do I have to look up how to go to first person. It's making me see. Press X and then utilities. Utilities. Toggle camera. Oh my god, that's so much better. Oh. It's like a whole different game. Pew. Sodium. Minerals. Man, this place is freaky. Gather the sodium. Is the music too loud? I feel like the music might be too loud. It feels like there's a lot going on. I'm a spaceman. This is where we needed to be. Distress beacon. Scenario. Iteration 2311876661T deleted. Boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 emptied. Cause. Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Analysis. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Okay. Damaged machine. Facium. Foul-smelling compound. Sure. And what's inside the machine? Nanites. What's inside this box? Dihydrogen. Oh. Multipass. Haha. Dihydrogen. Dihydrogen. Rusted metal. And it's full of what? Oh, carbon. Nice. Meow. Iteration 2394829084924924929G. Online. Atlas connection. Intermittent. Launch thrusters. Offline. Pulse engine. Offline. Unplug the controller. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship, at least, seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Read log. Log 4925A, unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit, connected. Suggestion, pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship system. Self-guided repair protocol. Initiate. Pulse engine, offline. Repair the pulse engine with metal plating. I need rocks. Gotta mine rocks. Gotta mine rocks. That's cobalt. I need ferrite. That's plant. That's a plant.
Toxic protection falling.
I need rock. And all I have is plant. Another vortex cube. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these vortex cubes. Oh, hey. Distress signal? No? Alright. And if I was flying over a toxic irradiated planet like this and I saw someone struggling for their life, I mean, I'd at least slow down and figure out what the fuck was going on. Seems rude of them to just fly away. This is why every driver should have road flares. I do have a little bit of muscle memory from playing this, so. Board the starship and consult. Okay. Iteration 2394829084924924924G. Functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize. Require. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistance. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Contains a planetary chart. Hey. Open the inventory and use the planetary chart.
Navigational data received.
We're going that way.
Toxic protection falling.
Reach the coordinates. Yeah, you make it sound so easy. Ooh. Man, if I knew I was going mountain climbing, I would have just played Peak. Tis a joke. Meow. Meow. Unidentified mineral. Dear God, they're minerals. There's minerals everywhere. We need a good deal of ferrite dust.
Incoming storm.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll get to this new place in time. Ooh. The toxic storm is gonna get us. The acid rain. Somebody call Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Help. God, they really know how to put it as far away from you as possible. Yeah, I know. I know. It's literally raining acid poison. I'm aware that the incredibly poisonous acid rain currently buffeting my body is a problem. You don't have to constantly remind me of that fact. There's tongues coming out of the ground. God, this is horrifying. I didn't know No Man's Sky was a horror game. Oh, get me out of here. Hollow archive. Take. Yep. I don't really give a shit. Just give me the thing that I need, please. Accessing archive. 6 out of 7 logs corrupted. Entry 4924A follows. No one. Making the records in case. Leaving behind. In the fabricator. Might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Recover supplies. Hermetic seal. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Protection. Stabilizing.
Accessing archive. Logs corrupted. 492.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
This is the text from the thing out there. That was weird. They gave me that text twice. Encrypted navigation data. Yoink. Stock transfer? Ooh. Free money. Alright. Nothing else? Anything cool in here? Plants? No, kind of boring. All right. Use the analysis. Oh. Everything's busted. Everything is broken. Everything is broken. All my shit is fucked and I'm trying to scream. Get me out of here, dude. Get me off this hellhole of a planet.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Where's ship? There's ship. I have to analyze something for the fucking quest. Okay. We're at 7 o'clock. I know we're not quite at a full 2-hour stream because I started a little bit late, but we're at 7 o'clock, and I don't... It'll be close. Yeah, it'll be real close, depending on how long it takes me to get back to this ship. So, I think we're going to get back to the ship and just save the game. Didn't get a lot done here, but I couldn't play another, like, 40 minutes of Pokemon Coliseum. I was losing my mind. I needed to do anything else at that point, so this has been a fun little distraction. God, that thing is ugly. It's like a moose with butterfly wing. There is no way that works, buddy. Unless your giant body is full of helium, there's no way those wings make you fly. You would pop like a balloon if I sneezed on you if you were light enough for those wings to work. Alrighty. Almost there. Sweet salvation lies in the distance. We're trapped. Gotta get out of here. Yeah. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. No, no, no. Ah! Ugh. I live. It's been 40 years. Alright. There we go. Hermetic seal. Launch thruster. Pure ferrite, dihydrogen jelly. Do we have enough dihydrogen to make No, we do not. Okay. Well, that just saved the game. And it's telling us what to do. Alright. Let's get out of here. Exit to desktop. Go over to this screen. Thanks for hanging out. We had a few people lurking, a few people in chat. It was fun. I really just want to get done with Pokemon Coliseum soon. Got like one boss left and all the shadow Pokemon. I'm starting to get burnt out. It's a good game. It's a very good game. But we're falling into a point where it's getting very repetitive, and that's fucking me up. Be kind to yourself. Have a good evening.